everybody, it's Tank and Trucker, and I'm going to run a match in the 252. We're on Maravanka. Reason I'm kind of doing this match here, or showing this match, because I did a couple in the 252 yesterday. Mainly because yesterday, basically, the highest tier I saw in this thing was tier 9s. So I figured this will be a great match to show this, in a tier 10 match, see what you can do with it and see if it can hold its own with its armor and gun and whatnot. I did shoot straight premium rounds on this just due to the fact that they had some real heavy hitters. I mean, they had the Moss E100, 4502B, a lot of heavily armored stuff. Unfortunately, my ping on this match kind of sucked. So sometimes if you see me stopping and you're like, what the hell is he doing? It's because I meant to stop a while before I stopped, or if I'm not going when you're like, why isn't he moving? That's because my ping was screwing up and I'd hit go and I would just kind of sit there. So yeah, I was having a little bit of a ping issue. But I went over here with a couple of heavy and mediums because I kind of watch and see how the map splits up. And I like to try and keep it even. God, I can't talk today. Try and keep it even. And I saw a lot of our heavies going that way, so I figured I'd kind of come this way and help with the heavies on this side, mediums and whatnot. We had a lot of tank destroyers on the going the other side too. As you can see, it's not the fastest tank in the world, but it's got really good armor. And we're doing 30 kilometers an hour, 32, and it's pretty flat. Well, this is kind of that marshy kind of ground, so the ground resistance kind of sucks in this area for it. When I get up here, lo and behold, what pops up, you'll see in a little bit, was a 5120, and I schmuck him a real good one. The T-30 was unfortunately on the other side of the hill, so I couldn't come out to help him right away. Once I seen the T-30 shoot, though, I took that opportunity to kind of pull out and get a couple shots into him. But, I wanted to last more than 5 seconds, so I didn't want to, rush up there and just get my butt handed to me. There's several mediums over here, and right here you can see my ping just shot up to 200s. It's in the 200s, so here I actually stopped, and the tank kept right on going. I'm like, oh shit. So, unfortunately, again, that's kind of what you got to deal with when you're using truck stop Wi-Fi. I pay for the premium Wi-Fi. I get a month worth this month because it's cheaper, paying $20 for a whole month than it is $6 every time I use it. I saw that 5120, so I was able to back up, and I kept still and got a nice shot into him for 521. So the gun does hit hard. He got pretty well tore up. I don't think he got a shot off, to be honest with you, but lo and behold, that's a T-30. And I wanted to test the armor, but I didn't want to test against the T-30 that if he penned me, he was going to knock half my health off in one shot. Now, I do get a shot on the ground there. I should have let it aimed in a second longer or waited to see if he came over the hill like he did, but I didn't. I do get a shot on the Type 61, and I was really surprised that it bounced. Oh, I see. It hit him on the top plate when he was coming up the hill still, so it was basically an auto bounce. But here, I actually wanted the tank to stop, and it kept rolling. I'm like, jeez, and I just seen him shoot, so I knew he's going to have about a 20, 16, whatever second load. So I figured I'm going to book in here. And come to find out, he bounced me for... Oh, that was considered a track shot? So he knocks my track off again. I think he actually had the smaller gun on there. Because that was definitely not a 16 second. Let me pause it and look. You can't tell if that's the big one or the small one. I forget. It looks like the T-34 guns, so they look the same. Yeah, so I can't tell. It just shows that all he did was knock my track off twice. Crap. Yeah, I couldn't tell. As fast as he loaded, I'm thinking he had the T-34 gun on there. Now, it looked like our mediums were kind of... they got pretty well beat up, so it looks like, I don't know if they were kind of heading back trying to go around the other way because they didn't want to take a chance of getting messed up over here. But the M103 was staying with me over here, and I don't know. He must have got killed here in a second because when I was pushing over into the bushes over here, I had a little surprise. I run right into their ML1. So their ML1 must have been camping base, either that or they saw that we pretty much, took the forest pretty easy and we were moving in. Maybe he went back to base. I'm not really 100% sure. But here, I'll put it on this, and you'll see. I was expecting to run into their artillery, not their freaking ML1, and unfortunately, he was fully loaded. M103 is saying something about the useless Jagdtiger, but then what's he do? He goes and hides behind the Tier 8. I mean, I got full health, so. So there, the M1 just bounced one off me. He's got that weak lower plate, and he pinned me there, and I wiggled and bounced one. Kind of ram into him. He bounced another one, but I get loaded back up, put another one in his upper plate. I already just schmucked that WZ-132. I was going to try ramming the M01 to death, but I just couldn't get the speed up. Missed it by 10 hit points, so I had to waste a round for 10 lousy hit points. Now I do get hit. I'm going to go on the outer view here. I get hit by the RHM somewhere. Okay, so I got hit by the WZ-132 in the arse, but I get hit by the RHM. Oh no, he already hit me. His round bounced, so he must have hit me in the front. Love to have seen where that round hit me. Just as I took him out, though, the RHM got another shot on me, and it looked like he must have been setting over in the kind of this area here, because that's where it lit up, so he got a shot on my side, but can't be facing two directions at once, and I was facing this guy just in case he shot and got nailed from over there. So we ended up losing this match, unfortunately. I did a decent amount of damage. Actually, I did third most damage in a tier 10 match, so I was pretty happy with that. Ended up bouncing 1,390 damage. Still really haven't 100% been able to really test the armor. I need to get into a nice haul down position. The problem I have is I'm not the type of person that likes to just kind of sit there. I like to get up in the action and be right in the mix and trying to do damage and whatnot. So hopefully I'll get a map sometime soon that I can get haul down and really be able to test the armor out and see how it works. Speed it up here. Yeah, I knew the RHM was camping back here by their base somewhere. Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and stop it. I thought I went to one of the other tanks, and it's almost over anyways. But yeah, we do end up losing this. So if you want to hold on just a minute, I'll be back with post-game stats. Alrighty, and here's the results of that match. We hit the MX 5120, got a good hit on him for 521. Type 61 bounced off him, which I was actually really surprised. Hit their T30 for 794 and 2 hits. And knocked out his track. The ML1 hit him 3 times for a total of 1,006 and killed him. And knocked out his track, and the WZ-132 just finished him off with 46 hit points and killed him. Got third highest in damage with 2,367 and 2 kills. Did 9 shots, 8 hits, 7 pen. Shot all premium rounds just due to the fact that I was a tier 8 and a tier 10 match. Wanted to make sure I was going to be able to pen stuff. So I got hit 9 times, bounced for 5 penetrated, 4 penetrated, 5 bounced. I can freaking talk. So I bounced 1,390 damage. Spotted 1. Damage 4, destroyed 2, and damage with my assistance was 664. Made 70,620 credits after they repaired the vehicle and resupplied the ammo. I still made 18,730. Unfortunately, I was having just a crappy ping issue during that match. So a lot of times when I was telling the tank to stop, it was still kind of going. And when I'd tell it to go, it would just kind of sit there. So probably could have had a little bit better game if that didn't happen. And I didn't really expect to run into an ML1 sitting at the back of the map by their cap. I thought I was going to run into their artillery. I never even saw their artillery. So they already did the right thing and saw when we were taken over by the water there. They took off and hauled butt. And I don't know if the ML1 had come back to their cap or if he was just camping base. But yeah, I was kind of surprised when I popped over the hill and there he sat. Unfortunately, we lost that game. But the big reason that I'm glad I got this game, and the reason I'm actually putting this one on YouTube for you guys to watch, is just to show you that this thing can hold its own in a tier 10 match. We actually out damaged all the tank destroyers that were also in that match. It's doing pretty good when you can out damage a Yagzella. He did 2345. I did 2367. He probably did that in 2 shots. So yeah, 2 shots. Mine took 7 shots, do the same amount of damage. But we had a STI 907, MO3 57 heavy, MO1 T10. Thought we had an E100 on our team. I guess not. Must have been the enemy team. That RHM was slinging the big gun on with his tank. Yeah, they had us outweighed with their heavies. They had the big Moss, 4502B, Emil, STI, T30, E100. Their E100 did 0 damage. 2 shots, 1 hit, 0 pen. Their T30, he got pretty well wrecked. But anyways, yeah, so this can hold its own in a tier 10. I got hit a couple times by some big guns. The T30 actually bounced 2 off me, and the MO1 bounced 2 off me. So out of his magazine of 4, he penned 2 and bounced 2. So I was able really to kind of test the frontal armor on this. Actually, I think one of the shots hit me in the side. I'll have to kind of pay attention during the replay. I always do this part first because it's at the end of the match. Then I do the recording, and in order to get the post-game stats, I got to do this part first, then go back and record the actual gameplay because you got to get out of the game to do that. So I can't remember if the T30 bounced one off. I know he bounced one off my front, but I think he actually bounced one off my side too. Well, we will see. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. That's Tank and Trucker. You guys be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.